4:31, Indra, 15 verses. With what help will he come to us, wonderful, ever-waxing friend? With what most mighty company, what genuine and most liberal draught, will spirit thee with juice to burst, open in strongly guarded wealth? Do thou, who art protector of us, thy friends, who praise thee, with 100 aids approach us, like as a courser's circling wheel, so turn thee hitherward to us, attracted by the hymns of men. Thou seekest, as it were, thine own stations with swift descent of powers. I share thee, even with the sun. What time thy courage and his wheels together, Indra, run their course, with thee and with the sun alike. So even, Lord of power and might, the people call thee Margavan, giver who pauses not to think, and merely to him who toils and presses soma, juice for thee, thou quickly givest ample wealth. No, not 100 hinderers can check thy gracious bounty's flow. Nar, thy great deeds, when thou wilt act, may thine assistance keep us safe. Thy 100 and thy 1,000 aids, may all thy favors strengthen us. Do thou elect us this place for friendship and prosperity. In great celestial opulence, favor us, Indra, evermore with overflowing store of wealth. With all thy succors, aid thou us, with new protections, Indra, like an archer. Open thou for us the stables that are filled with kine. Our chariot, Indra, boldly moves, endued with splendor, ne'er repulsed, winning for us both kine and steeds. O Surya, make our fame to be most excellent among the gods, most lofty as the heaven on high. Now, whether we're thinking of them as angels or as actual gods, we end up with this idea that through divinity, things are possible that we can't see the possibility of in our lives. Hymn 4:32, Indra, 24 verses. O thou who slewest Vritra, come, O Indra, hither to our side. Mighty one, with thy mighty aids, swift and impetuous art thou, wondrous amid the well-dressed folk. Thou doest marvels for our help, even with the weak. Thou smitest down him who is stronger with thy strength, the mighty with the friends thou hast. O Indra, we are close to thee. To thee we sing aloud our songs. Help and defend us, even us. As such, O caster of the stone, come with thy succors, wonderful, blameless, and irresistible. May we be friends of one like thee, O Indra, with the wealth of kine, comrades for lively energy. For thou, O Indra, art alone, the Lord of strength, and comes from kine. So grant thou us abundant food. They turn thee not another way. When lauded, lover of the song, thou wilt give wealth to those who praise. The Gautamas have sung their song of praise to thee, that thou mayest give, Indra, for lively energy. We will declare thy hero deeds, what dasa, forts, thou breakest down, attacking them in rapturous joy. The sages sing those manly deeds which, Indra, lover of the song, thou wroughtest when the Soma flowed. Indra, the Gautamas who bring thee praises have grown strong by thee. Give them renown with hero sons, for Indra, verily, thou art the general treasure of all. Thee, therefore, do we invocate. Excellent Indra, turn to us. Glad thee among us with the juice of Somas, Soma drinker thou. May praise from us who think on thee. O Indra, bring thee near to us. Turn thy 2 bathed steeds hitherward. Eat of our sacrificial cake. Rejoice thee in the songs we sing, even as a lover in his bride. To Indra, for 1,000 steeds, well-trained and fleet of foot, we pray, and 100 jars of soma juice we make 100 of, thy kind, yea, at 1,000. Hasten nigh, so let thy bounty come to us. We have obtained a gift from thee, 10 water ears, wrought of gold. Thou Vritra slayer, givest much. A bounteous giver, give us much. Bring much, not a trifling gift. Much, Indra, wilt thou fain bestow. O Vritra slayer, thou art famed in many a place as bountiful. Hero, thy bounty let us share. I praise thy pair of tawny steeds, wise son of him who giveth kind. Terrify not the cows with these, like 2 slight images of girls, unrobed upon a new wrought post. So shine the bay steeds in their course. For me, the bays are ready when I start. Start not with the dawn, innocuous in the ways they take. Some sources we can't be sure about what they mean, but I presume they mean young women. Women. I don't like to use the term girls for women or boys for men of any age. Hymn 4.33, Rebus, 11 verses. I send my voice as herald to the Rebus. I crave the white cow for the overspreading. Wind sped, the skillful ones in rapid motion have in an instant compassed round the heaven what time the Rebus had, with care and marvels, and proper service to assist their parents. They won the friendship of the gods, the sages carried away the fruit of their devotion. May they who made their parents, who were lying like posts, molder, young again forever. May Vaja, Yuban, Rebu join with Indra, protect our sacrifice, the Soma lovers. As for a year the Rebus kept, the milch cow throughout a year fashioned and formed her body, and through a year's space still sustained her brightness. Through these, their labors, they were made immortal. 2 beakers let us make, said the eldest. Let us make 3, this was the younger sentence. 4 beakers let us make, thus spoke the youngest. Vashtar approved this reed of yours, O Rebus. And then spake truth, and even so they acted. This godlike way of theirs the Rebus followed, and the Vashtar, when he looked on the 4 beakers resplendent as the day, was moved with envy. When for 12 days the Rebus joyed, reposing as guests of him who never may be hidden. They made fair, fertile fields. They brought the rivers, plants, spread o'er deserts. Waters filled the hollows. May they who form the swift car bearing heroes, and the cow omniform and all-impelling, even may they form wealth for us. The Rebus dexterous-handed, deft in work and gracious. So in their work the gods had satisfaction, pondering it with thought and mental insight. The gods' expert artificer was Vacha, Indra's Vibukshan, Varuna's was Viban. They who, made glad with sacrifice and praise, brought the 2 bays, as docile steeds for Indra, Rebus as those who wish a friend to prosper. Bestow upon us gear and growth of riches. This day have they set gladdening drink before you. Not without toil are gods inclined to friendship. Therefore do ye who are so great, O Rebus, vouchsafe us treasures at this 3rd elevation. And council is important, but of course council does not mean just simple democracy, like whatever's the more popular decision. Everything is considered, everybody has a say, but, in 4.34, Rebus, 11 verses. To this our sacrifice come Rebu, Vimban, Vaja, and Indra, with the gift of riches, because this day hath Vishana, the goddess, set drink for you. The gladdening draughts have reached you. Knowing your birth and rich in gathered treasure, Rebus rejoice together with the Retus. The gladdening draughts and wisdom have approached you. Send us riches with a good store of heroes. For you was made the sacrifice, O Rebus, which ye, like men, won for yourselves aforetime. To you come all who find in you their pleasure. Ye all were, even the 2 elder Vachas. Now for the mortal worshipper, O heroes, for him who served you was the gift of riches. Drink, adjust, rebus, and the you is offered. To gladden you, the third and great libation. Come to us, heroes, adjust and rebutions, glorified, for the sake of mighty treasure. These draughts approach you as the day is closing, as cows whose calves are newly born, their stable. Come to this sacrifice of ours, ye children of strength, invoked with humble adoration. Drink of this mead, wealth givers, joined with Indra, with whom ye are in full accord, ye princes. Close knit with Varuna, drink the Soma, Indra, close knit. Hymn lover, with the Marutas, drink it. Close knit with drinkers first, who drink in season. Close knit with heavenly dames, who gave us treasures. Rejoice in full accord with the Adityas, in concord with the Parvatas, a rebus in full accord with the Sivatar, divine one, in full accord with floods that pour forth riches, rebus who helped their parents, and the Masvins who formed the milch cow, and the pair of horses made armor set the heaven, and earth asunder, far-reaching heroes. They have made good offspring, ye who have wealth in cattle and in booty, in heroes in rich sustenance and treasure. Such, O ye rebus, first to drink rejoicing, give unto us, and those who laud are present. Ye were not far. We have not left you thirsting blameless in this our sacrifice, O rebus. Rejoice you with the Marutas, and with Indra, with the kings, gods, that you may give us riches. And of course, one of the important things is the consciousness of the spiritual worlds taking part in what we do in the material worlds. Hymn 4.35, rebus, 9 verses. Come hither, O ye sons of strength, ye rebus, stay not afar, ye children of Sudhanvan, at this libation is your gift treasure. Let gladdening draughts approach you after Indra's. Hither is come the rebus's gift of riches. Here was the drinking of the well-pressed soma, since by dexterity and skill as craftsmen ye made the single chalice to be fourfold. Ye made fourfold the chalice that wag single. Ye spake these words and said, O friend, assist us. Then Vajas gained the path of life eternal, deft-handed rebus, to the gods' assembly. Out of what substance was that chalice fashioned, which ye made fourfold by your art and wisdom? Now for the gladdening draught press out the liquor, and drink, O rebus, of thy meath of soma. Ye with your cunning made your parents youthful, the cup, for gods to drink, ye formed with cunning. With cunning, rebus, rich in treasure, fashioned the 2 swift tawny steeds who carry Indra. Whoso pours out for you, when the days are closing, the sharp libation for your joy, O Vajas. For him, O mighty rebus, ye rejoicing have fashioned wealth with plenteous store of heroes. Lord of bay steeds, at dawn the juice thou drinkest. Thine only thine is the noonday libation. Now drink thou with the wealth bestowing rebus, whom for their skill thou madest friends, O Indra. Ye whom your artist's skill hath raised to godhead, have set you down above in heaven like falcons. So give us riches, children of Sudhanban. O sons of strength, ye have become immortal, the third libation that bestoweth treasure, which ye have won by skill, ye dexterous handed. This drink hath been infused for you, O rebus, drink it with high delight, with joy like Indra's. And we've seen, in the previous one, there's times and places for things. Out of what substance? So there's like the mystery there. What substance was the thing made out of? Of course, we know there's symbolism in the chalice by itself, even if there wasn't a chalice, but 4.36, rebus, 9 verses. This car that was not made for horses or for reins, 3-wheeled, worthy of lauds, rolls round the firmament. That is the great announcement of your deity that, O ye Rebus, ye sustain the earth and heaven, ye sapient ones, who made the lightly rolling car out of your mind, by thought, the car that never errs, you being such to drink of this drink offering, you, O ye Vajas, and ye Rebus, we invoke, O Vajas Rebus, reaching far among the gods, this was your exaltation, gloriously declared, in that your aged parents, worn with length of days, ye wrought again to youth, so that they moved at will. The chalice that wag single ye have made fourfold, and by your wisdom brought the cow forth from the hide. So, quickly mid the gods, ye gained immortal life. Jas and Rebus, your great work must be extolled. Wealth from the Rebus is most glorious and renowned, that which the heroes, famed for vigor, have produced in synods must be sung the car which Vivon wrought. That which ye favor gods is famed among mankind. Strong is the steed, the man a sage in eloquence. The bowman is a hero, hard to beat in fight. Great store of wealth and manly power hath he obtained, whom Vajah, Vivon, Bus have looked kindly on. To you hath been assigned the fairest ornament, the hymn of praise. Vajas and Rebus joy therein, for ye have lore and wisdom and poetic skill as such. With this our prayer we call on you to come, according to the wishes of our hearts. May ye who have full knowledge of all the delights of men fashion for us, O Rebus, power and splendid wealth, rich in high courage, excellent and vital strength, bestowing on us here riches and offspring, here fashion fame for us, befitting heroes. Vouchsafe us wealth of splendid sort, O Rebus, that we may make us more renowned than others. Now, church means a hero shrine, right? So they're worshiping a hero, but those sorts of organizations, the point is to produce heroes, or at least it should be. Hymn 4.37, Rebus, 8 verses. Come to our sacrifice. Vajas, Rebukshans, gods by the paths which gods are wont to travel. As ye, joyous gods, except in splendid weather, they sacrifice among these folk of Manus. May these rites please you in your heart and spirit. May the drops clothed in oil this day approach you. May the abundant juices bear you onward to power and strength, and when imbibed delight you. Your threefold going near is God appointed. So praise is given you, Vajas and Rubukshans. So, Manus-like, mid younger folk, I offer to you who are aloft in heaven the Soma, strong with fair chains of gold and jaws of iron. Ye have a splendid car and well-fed horses. Ye sons of strength, ye progeny of Indra, to you the best is offered to delight you. Rubukshans, him, for handy wealth, the mightiest comrade in the fight, him Indra's equal we invoke. Most bounteous ever, rich in steeds, the mortal man whom Rebus ye and Indra favor with your help, must be successful by his thoughts at sacrifice and with the steed. O Vajas and Rebukshans, free for us the paths to sacrifice, ye princes, lauded, that we may press forward to each point of heaven. O Vajas and Rebukshans, ye Nasatyas, Indra, bless this wealth, and before other men's the steed, that ample riches may be won. And so, we still have to make our efforts towards the worldly things. And worldly things don't have blessing in themselves. They have to have, blessing put with them, or they have to be used in a blessed way. Hymn 4.38, Dadvikras, 10 verses. From you too came the gifts in days aforetime with which Trisadasyu granted to the Purus. He gave the winner of our fields and plough lands, and the strong smiter who subdued the Dasyus, and he gave mighty Dadikras, the giver of many gifts, who visiteth all people, impetuous hawk, swift and of varied color, like a brave king whom each true man must honor, whom as 'twere down a precipice, swift rushing, each Puru praises and his heart rejoices. springing forth like a hero fain for battle, whirling the car and flying like the tempest, who gaineth precious booty in the combats, and moveth winning spoil among the cattle, shone in bright color, looking on the assemblies beyond the churl to worship of the living. Loudly the folk cry after him in battles, as twere a thief who steals away a garment. Speeding to glory are a herd of cattle, even as a hungry falcon swooping downward. And fain to come forth first amid these armies, this way and that with rows of cars he rushes, joyous like a bridesman, making him a garland, tossing the dust, champing the rein that holds him, and that strong steed, victorious and faithful, obedient with his body in the combat, speeding straight on amid the swiftly pressing, cast o'er his brows the dust he tosses upward, and his thunder, like the roar of heaven, those who attack tremble and are affrighted. For when he fights against the embattled thousands, dread is he in his striving. None may stay him. The people praise the overpowering swiftness of this fleet steed who giveth men abundance. Of him they say when drawing back from battle, Dadikras hath sped forward with his thousands. Dadikras hath overspread the fivefold people with vigor. As the sun lightens the waters, may the strong steed who winneth hundreds, thousands, requite with sweetness, ease my words and praises. Now, the fivefold people, it's not the castes of India per se that are the four on the Hindu side. Of course, the other side is the Iranian, Persian side. And 439, the Dhikras, 6 verses. Now, give we praise to Dadikras, the rapid, and mention in our laud the heaven and earth. May the dawn's flushing move me to exertion, and bear me safely over every trouble. I praise the mighty steed who fills my spirit, the stallion Dadikravan, rich in bounties, whom swift of foot and shining bright as Agni, ye Varuna and Mitra gave to Purus, him who hath honored when the flame is kindled at break of dawn, the courser Dadikravan, him of one mind with Varuna and Mitra, may Aditya make free from all transgression. When we remember mighty Dadikravan, our food and strength, then the blessed name of Marutas, Varuna, Mitra, we invoke for welfare, and Agni, and the thunder wielding Indra. Both sides invoke him as they call on Indra when they stir forth and turn to sacrificing. To us have Varuna and Mitra granted the courser, the Vikras, a guide for mortals. So have I glorified with praise strong the Vikravan, conquering steed. Swift may he make our mouths, may he prolong the days we have to live. It's important that there's cohesion in our spiritual belief, and we realize that the great sages and heroes and whatever you want to call them of the past, well, there was a perfecting process, and they had to be kept from stuff by their own choices, at the very least. Hymn 440, the Vikraman, 5 verses. Let us recite the praise of the Vikravan. May all the mornings move me to exertion. Praise of the Lord of Waters, Dawn and Agni, Brehaspate, son of Angiras, and Surya, brave seeking war and booty, dwelling with the good and with the swift. May he hasten the food of dawn. May he, the true, the fleet, the lover of the course, the bird like Dadikravan, bring food, strength, and light. His pinion, rapid runner, fans him in his way, as of a bird that hastens onward to its aim, and as it were a falcon's gliding through the air, strikes Dadikravan's side as he speeds on with might, bound by the neck and by the flanks and by the mouth. The vigorous courser lends new swiftness to his speed, donning himself together as his strength allows.
The Vikras springs along the windings of the paths, the Hamsa homed in light, the Vasu in mid-air, the priest beside the altar, in the house of the guest, dweller in noblest place, mid men in truth, in sky born of flood, kind, truth, mountain, he is holy. And isn't Hamsa the swan, so a boundary entity? Rumbly in the tumbly.